Hello, welcome to the reading room. It's Sylvie. We're going to be doing an oracle reading today, and the question is, let's see what's going on with your person, their shadow side, and how does that affect you? Okay, so we'll see if there's something's going on there. I'm going to introduce my decks. This is the Mystical Moment, the Guardian, the Magick of You. And also I have the fantasy cat in the deck. I use them together. I find they work well. And I'm using the tarot. The crow tarot. I don't know why I like to call it the tarot, but I do it often enough. Okay, so yeah. Before we get started, if you like my content, if you enjoy your reading, please subscribe and press that like button, and also the bell icon for video updates. And for those who have been supporting me, and thank you very much. And it's awesome. If you want to skip the shuffling part, just go down below, press that timestamp, and enjoy your reading. And for those who are staying with me, that's awesome. Let's get started. Okay. Oh, this is the ones I'm pulling later, so I'll just put them up there. So let's start. So I already set the intentions in. I feel like that one belongs. Too many cards. Don't know which one. This one. Okay. That's group 1. Let's continue it. Whoa. Let's see what they have. Oh, these two. Okay. Right away. Okay, so now we're going to start with group 2. Group 2. The candle is nice and bright today. I'm going to be making my own candles. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm going to try. You'll see it on my table. We'll see soon. Okay. All right, so we're done. We got. Well, no, we need the last pile. Whoops. Well, it's supposed to be 1, but there's an extra message for this group. And that's another thing. Don't worry if one has more cards. If I need, I will pull. I will pull more cards. Usually in Oracle I don't, but it happens. It happens. And try not to leave a story undone, basically. Oof. Is there another one? I think I've seen another one? No? Okay. Oh. There's like a feeling in this room today. It's like almost serene. Calming. But I put a lot of sage in my room, so maybe that's why. Lots of positive energy in here. Okay. So now we're going to group 2. Group 4. Well, we're going to try these again. Try them again. Okay. Can't read the pickups. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we're on the last group. Let's see what's going on here. Group 5. This one's loud. Whoa, this one that really has a message. More intense. Yep, it's loud. Oh. Okay, so we'll just put these over here like so. And let's pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll put little stones on there. Like this. Okay. So I'll let you choose. Take your time. Whichever one you drawn to, I guess. Like, sometimes we pick one pile and we seem to have another. It's okay. Sometimes it can be the second, and sometimes it could be a message in one and a message in the other. We'll see, you'll see. Okay. So if you need more time, pause that video. Okay, group 1. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. I'm going to place these down so they're just a little easier. Kind of big to hold on to. So what's the feel of the reading? Time. Time. The feel of time. So things are headed in the right direction, or they're a little... It's almost like it takes some effort. Excuse me. I feel the energy of this reading. It's very heavy. It feels like struggling with time, struggling to get things done on time, or struggling to get something, or get somewheres, or yeah. So that's what I'm getting. Struggles with time. Well, it feels like your person feels like they've been through a lot. They've been through a lot, and they accomplished things too. They seem to be tired or something, because I'm really getting some energy like, whoa, and I wasn't like that a few minutes ago. So this person is tired. Feels like they put a lot into what they're doing, and they feel like they're not sure if they can. They have more energy to put in. I feel like they have accomplished so much, but yet there's something they need to do for themselves, or something's important to them to continue. So they're very much into their feeling pressured in some way, feeling like they've done lots already. Well, things are pretty, things have been pretty lucky, actually. Things have been pretty good. I mean, yes, they have a lot to deal with, and they've been pushing through with some luck, with some positive energy. Yeah, they don't think they can do this, and they're having some energy around them that's very strong and helping them through this. Their energy is pushing them to continue, but again, they have to. It has to do with too much to do, too much on their plate, too much, or being pulled in different directions, or too many people want too much from them. They're scattered. They jump in though. They help, and they do what they can. But they're tired. Whoa, they're very tired. They're exhausted by all of this. There's too much, and they feel very blessed and very like they feel like, wow, things just flow. It's almost like, I want to say, like, like when you're overwhelmed and you have too much to do, and you say one step at a time, or things will end up working out if I just take one step at a time, or I concentrate on this and then I'll get to the next. That's how I feel like they're overwhelmed in that sense. Like, it's almost like they need a break, and yet they keep going, and they got to put logic in their brain to say, okay, and then things work out, and things do work out, and they do flow, and they're able to go through and finish and everything. So, but that's where they're at. Yeah, well, they've been circling around something that they've been wanting, or they've been wanting something to change, or they're almost ready to pounce on what they want, and or they want something to stop. There's something happening, and they're kind of like, quietly checking it out, and deciding what they're going to do about it. Yeah, they're very protective of what's going on around them. So they're either someone who's very controlling, and they seem to always do, and they always have, like, they always it's like they make sure that things are going the right way. They take into all accounts. Oh, sorry. They take all the accounts in. They figure out what needs to be done first. They're almost like a control freak, because they don't need to do all that, it seems, but they're so protective and so wondering what's going on, that they take on too much. and they seem like they're in charge, or but they feel like without them things might fall apart too. So it's pretty intense for them. They manage their life. I mean, for them they're doing great. They're just very tired. How does that affect you? Well, they take good care of you, or they have good feelings about you, or you have nothing to worry about. You can be yourself, and actually even more yourself. Like they don't judge you or affect. They don't even. They have nothing negative about you. Like they really, like you can be whoever you are, however you are, and you can feel like really safe and content and be yourself. That's for sure. And if there's a problem, if you're feeling stuck, or if you're feeling that there's an issue, you may feel like that. Actually, you may feel that because of what's going on, that maybe you want to help, or you can't, or you don't know what to do. But it's not that bad at all. Yeah, you'd like to help, and it's for you. It's kind of like I wish I could help, or I wish I could do something to make things easier or lighter, and you don't really know what to do because of the way they make you feel. Like they make you feel like things are really bad, or tied up, or serious, and you're like, I don't know. So you're always put on that edge of, how can I help? What can I do? And meanwhile, because everything seems to be so intense, but in reality, you can be yourself. You can be yourself. You may feel like you can't be yourself. You feel like you have to hide, or you. But I get that you can be yourself. It's not personal. That's what I'm trying to say, and you're taking it like it's personal. You're feeling like it's either your fault, or you're tying them up, or you're putting a burden on them too, or you're making the load a little heavier, but you're not. That has nothing. That's how you're feeling and stuff, and that's how it's affecting you. You're being affected in that way that you don't know how to help them. But they know how to place they know where to place and how to do they know separate their feelings from what they're going through, and what needs to be done, and how they need to treat others. They know how to balance that. They know how to separate their anxiety, or their nervousness, or their stress, or their like exhausted. They know how to separate that. And they also they know how to make you feel better. They know how to calm you down. They know how to they take charge and say, hey, like, it's okay, be good, it's okay, you can be okay. So they can release you from your stress too. So they're very caring, and very nurturing, and wanting to be there for you. Yeah, they take care of everybody. What you're picking up is just that they're exhausted. They're very tired, and they feel pressure by time, and they need to do what they got to do, right, and get it done. And they're very protective of all of that. So for you, that's a little like you see them in this state, or you see that there's something wrong, and you just don't know how to go about helping them. So, but honestly, I don't feel like they need help. I feel like they need rest. Like they're so in control of their own lives and what they're doing, and they're strong. Oh, frig. They just need rest. Yeah, that's all they need. So I'm gonna ask if they if they can, like, are they going to get through this faster? Like, are they going to find some rest? That's what I'm going to ask. Actually, I'm going to pull from the crows. I'm going to ask if they're getting rest, or they can get rest soon. You know, like, is this going to change for them? Are they going to, like, finally have time to rest and change this energy that they're having on their surroundings? Well, not until they're done. Then they don't want to rest. They want this thing done, and they have something they got to do, and they're going to succeed, and they're going to do it. And yes, they know they're being a bit selfish. They know that they are tired. They know that they're what they're doing, but they can do it. They feel confident that they can get through this and get it done and get it out of the way. So for them, they're not going to stop till it's done. That's how it is. And so, you know, yeah, that's what it is. Message for you from your divine, your spiritual guide. It's like things are getting pretty good. Like, going to get in a good place. Let's see. Well, they say that you're going to find a solution, because right now, yes, you're at a place where you can't help them, but you're going to figure it out. Either you ask them direct and they'll tell you. You look at them and say, "Hey, how can I help you?" And they'll look right at you and they'll tell you. And it's almost like this is happening here too. They're like, you get your eyes closed and they're looking at you, you know. And here too, you guys are like face to face. So they're trying to telepath you into knowing to calm yourself. But here you can get the message. This is the messenger, so you'll receive the message. I feel like they're being a cat. Either their spiritual animal is a cat. They feel very cat-like. Like cats are very stressful, but yet possessive of what they own, their spot and their people. And they do the rounds and they take care of what needs to be taken care of. But also at the same time, they don't like to be bothered unless they're ready or wanting to be bothered. And that's how I feel that's how this person is. It's like a cat. All right, so I'm going to leave that just like that. I hope that made sense to you, and I hope that helps. Okay. So I'm going to change the energy in here. I don't feel like feeling that anymore. I was like feeling very tired person. Let's switch that energy in here. Okay. It's just a little piece of sage. I have another piece somewhere. Okay, group 2. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's put these down. We have an extra message. Okay, so what's the feel of this reading? So what's going on with them? Secrets. So they either have secrets. I feel like it's secret. They have some plan to do something. They know how to go about what they want to do. I feel like they've got to unlock, of course, a door or an opening. So they've got a path or a journey or something's up that they're headed, and they're going to discuss it with others. But it's something they plan to do. But yet I don't feel like it's been shared. Well, they're feeling like ambitious. They have lots of wants and lots of things they like to do. They're opening to you or people around them. They're sharing. They're expressing themselves. They're letting you know what they want and what they. So there isn't, like, for them, they're maybe you didn't know what they wanted, but they're definitely going to be given the desire. They want that to be balanced. Like, they want some for them and some for you, or some for the people around them. But they definitely feel very, very content and happy, and they feel like life is great, and they're going to, or their opportunity that's coming up is very good. So their shadow side, I think, was more, I'm tired of not having what I want. I'm tired of like having to always think of others, or always balance myself around others. They're taking an attitude that they want something, or that it's their turn, or that they're going to be a certain way. They're going to do something for themselves. Yeah, they're going to create it just like that, whether you like it or not. They're going to change things up. They were a certain way, and then they decided to make peace with it, peace with their past, because they're moving on. They're done doing what they were doing, and now they need to do something else. So they're starting. They're having a new place they want to go, or a new thing they want to do. They weren't telling people, or they weren't, like, talking about it. They were kind of like holding it in, and then they burst out saying, "This is what I want." So it's a big change coming over, and their change is for the positive, actually. So there's not that much shadow to them, actually. I find them very, very balanced and well thought of. So they were in a state of I'm not doing anything for myself, or I'm not thinking about myself. So they had enough of that, and they're going for it, and they're sharing. They're, like, exploding with, this is what's happening. They're not really asking. They're telling. They're telling, this is what I'm doing, and you're to listen and to realize that there's something going on that they're going to be doing, whether you like it or not. How does that affect you? Well, you'll get used to it one step at a time, or you'll figure it out. They'll share with you as it goes. So you're not really like you're not, like, given a choice to adapt. You're being told. So you can't, like, look at it and say, is that what I want? No, that's not. They're not asking you. They're telling you. They're telling you that that's how it's going to be, and they're not expecting you to take any initiative towards it. They're expecting you to support them. That's what they want from you. So you're going to support them anyway, because that's what you want to. So it affects you in a good way, actually. This change, even if it seems to be a little rough, because I get that they just kind of, like, went and said, okay, I'm going to be doing this, and it's like, what, it's totally out of character. It's not something they would normally do, or it's not how they normally would act, or and then all of a sudden they come up with something, and you're like, what? Where's that come from? Like, who's that? Like, what are you talking about? You want to do what? That's the type of things I'm getting. And they're saying, yeah, let's do this. I'm doing this. Come. And you're not really given a choice whether you want it or not. They're really basically telling you that this is what they want to do, and they're telling you come along, but they're not asking you to take charge or even think about it. But they do want you to be part of it. They want you to support them, and they want to be supported, and they want you to also understand what's happening, so you can make a judgment on it, or you can decide yourself how you fit in. But they really want you to take a decision and join them. But they're doing what they're doing. There's no stopping them. yeah, they want you part of their life. There's no doubt. They definitely want you. They're asking you, can you hear me? You know, like, are you listening? Because they don't feel like you're listening. They don't feel like you're seeing what they're trying to tell you. They don't, like, you know, you're not hearing them, and they want you to be part of them, and they feel like you're not seeing that at all. Like it's like you're not seeing the future. You're not seeing nothing. You're not even understanding what's going on, and they know that, and they're saying, come along. They want to take you with them. They're like, come along, like, you know, like you belong with me, so let's go. So yeah, so if they're giving you attitude, it's because you're not hearing them. You're not understanding that this is happening. You're not paying attention. You're not. That's how they're feeling. Like, you know, wake up and smell the coffee. That's what they're kind of saying to you. You know, they're a little rough. I feel like they're like just kind of thrown this at you and just expected you to react in a positive way. You know. So yeah, it's gonna be very happy, a very, very, very. It's gonna be really good. So that's what's going on with your person. They want change. Yeah, there's gonna be some happy times. Quite a bit of stuff. Quite a bit of change, quite a bit of a decision, but it's definitely gonna be a happy journey. Yeah. Feeling pretty good. You're going to feel pretty good about this. So this is going to be very good. This is very positive, very happy, a good place to go. So your person, whatever they're deciding that they want to change up, it's going to benefit you anyway, and you're going to actually enjoy it. It's going to make your life even better. So, yeah, myself, I would jump in and go with them, or do what they want, what they are planning. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Take a drink. I feel like change some energy. My little sage is just a little black. But I like to have that burning today. Okay. So group number 3, let's see what's going on with you. Let's put this down. Interesting read so far. Extra message for you. Okay, so where are we? So let's see what's going on with your person, the shadow side. Let's check out. Well, they're very busy. So this is they're very busy. They're taking care of a lot of different aspects of life, different people. They feel in control. They feel like they're doing well. So what's going on? Oh, it's because they're changing. They're connecting. They're having a. For some, I feel like they're being awakened. They're getting in contact or in touch with themselves and how they feel and who they are, and yeah, everything in perfect balance. So they're like decided to open up and put more effort into themselves and how they feel and what's around them. And they're taking a break from the usual let's do. So they're not, there's nothing particularly wrong with them. They're not sick. They're not mad. There's nothing like that. It's just that they decided to take a moment for themselves. And where they're such a person that does for everyone else, they're doers, it just seems odd. And all of a sudden they're like, what's going on with them? And nothing serious. It's just they've decided to look into how they're feeling. And it's just come. It's just like all of a sudden they had this urge to be more in tune with who they are. Oh, yes. and it's not even, it's not a small urge, it's a big urge. So they've decided to wake up, like wake up Sleeping Beauty kind of thing. They have a dream. They've always wanted to do something. They've had a dream and they've put it aside, and now all of a sudden they decided that they're kind of like done at doing for others, or if they're not done doing for others, they want to extend it to themselves, so they're going to do less. They're going to take a break from doing for others. It's not, I don't know how permanent it is, so all of a sudden they want to do more for themselves. And yeah, so it's a pause in the journey for sure, because they don't want to continue whatever they were doing. It's not that they want to push everybody aside and never have anything to do with them. They just want to do something different. They're done with whatever's been happening, and they're now thinking about themselves. And they've been saying it for a while. No one's hearing them, and now they're like, okay, like, I've been sitting here thinking about this, thinking about that. I've been wanting this, I've been wanting that. I've been seeing this, I've been seeing that. Been feeling like this, been feeling like that. So that's what they've been doing, and no one's really paying attention to them. And that's why it's such a shock to, like, what's going on, because they stopped doing. Yeah, well, you're feeling like, well, what's going on with me? Like, how do I fit into this? Yeah, like what's going on? Like totally, like, am I part of this? Like, am I being pushed aside? No, it's all brand new. It's all new. It's definitely all new. It's a new way of being, a new journey, it's going to affect you in a way that you just don't know, and you won't know, and they're not going to make it easy for you. I mean, not that they exclude you. It's just that they're not going to tell you in details of what's happening, because they're done. They're done telling. They've already told, and now they're like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and yeah. They've totally, like, kind of like put a shell around them, like they kind of closed right up, and then they decided to go with what they want to do. So they kind of closed up to everyone else, and like they, like, almost like, you guys aren't, no one's listening to me, so frig, like, go away, like, or never mind, don't listen, and I'm just going to go do. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to stop telling you, and I'm just going to do what I got to do. And they're rushing in. They're like changing and going in for their dream. They got inspired in some way, or they just got tired of waiting. Yeah, it's a brand new path. It's a brand new idea, brand new way of thinking. For them, it's a new idea that they put into plan, and it's quite the journey, and it's going to be ongoing, and there's going to be some rough spots, but it's going to clear up pretty fast, because they're determined that that's what they're going to do no matter what. So, yeah, they're pretty determined. So I'm going to pull out a card from here. And, how does it affect you? Well, it says you don't know. Like, you're not going to know, like, what's going on. Like, you're going to follow, if you're going with them, you're just going to have to follow them blindly. Like, just let them, like, go see what they're all about, or what they're thinking, because they're out for an adventure. Let's see if there's a message for you. Oh, the deck's reverse? No, it isn't. It's not. Nope. So, yeah, well, you don't have, there's not much for you to be able to do. No, you're just basically there's nothing much for you to do besides just hang out and chill out, and just kind of hang around and see where the change where it goes, where it leads. It's sort of like that. So, that's how it affects you. yeah, it's all going to be new. So there's going to be all kinds of new experiences. So it's going to be a new way of feeling and a new way of doing things. So their dream is they consider it's their time. So for you, if you decide to follow them in their dream, because you're welcome. They're not shutting you out. They're just shutting what they're shutting is the door on the decision of whether this dream is happening or not. That's what they shut off. Not that they shut themselves off to you, just off to the fact that things are happening. And yeah, so if you're following them, you're going to have to leave quite a few things behind, and you're going to have all this new experiences, which isn't bad, but it's all going to be new, and it's like an adventure. And that's what I'm getting. But right now they're taking a break from everyone else. Okay, take a drink. So let's see, group 4. Let's see what's going on. Let's put this down. Oh, missing a card. Interesting. Missing 2 cards. Well, that's an odd one. I decided to go short on your reading. Okay. All right, let's pull out a card. So this is group 4. We need another card. And we need another one of these. Okay. So let's see what's going on with your person. What's the shadow side? What's going on? Well, so far they seem to be in control of a lot. They support all what's around them. They're really fair. They're really good. They're there for everyone, and they feel like there's nothing bad, nothing is wrong. But they have a dream, or they've been dreaming, daydreaming, drifting off on their own, or thinking, wishing. Yeah, they feel like they're complete. They feel like they completed a lot. They've done a lot, and they're happy. But they also reflecting, daydreaming, wandering off in their mind, and they're desiring the balance, the belonging. Wanting to belong to someone or something. They're feeling good. They're holding on to what they love. They're being emotional. They're being like, woof. They're just letting life take them. So there's nothing wrong with them. They're just very content, very happy. And if you want to call it a shadow side, is that they're letting themselves relax, daydream, think of whatever they want in their heads, dream about future, observing or absorbing all the goodness around them, and holding on to what they want, and they feel very loving, and they're in the mood for belonging and embracing and enjoying. So they're very mushy, very emotionally needy in some way. That's their shadow side. Nothing bad. They're just that's in the mood that they're in. For them, everything is happy and good. They're just allowing themselves to express more, taking less busy time from life. So you don't have to tiptoe around them, or you don't have to worry about what's going on. Everything is good with you. Everything is secure. No, things aren't bad. There's nothing negative. There's nothing bad, nothing chilling. They're not throwing you out. They're not putting you out of their lives. Actually, it's the reverse. For you, things that's difficult. Sorry, I'm going to take a drink of water. For you, that's difficult. Like you're having a hard time with it, a hard time following them, or a hard time understanding what they're doing. For you, it's like you can barely handle them. Like you don't want to deal with whatever they're doing. Like this is so out of control for you. Like, and for them, well, yeah, they're in their mind. They're thinking about what they want. They're thinking about the future, their dreams. What's next? What are they going to do next? They're taking time out to think, to be in their heads, in their how they are. They're taking a retreat, kind of like, and that's what's going on with them. But they're not going anywhere. So they're not doing anything right now. They're not. They're just in the thoughts, they're like just so happy and relaxed, and that's it. And they're not going anywhere. So they're not doing anything. Have no intentions of doing anything right now, but to daydream and think. And it's really hard for you to handle this. And why is that? I'm going to pull a card of like what's going on with you, like what's going on, like why are you having such a hard time? Like, because the solution, like, it seems like it's to embrace it, but it's so hard for you. Yeah, you gotta start. It's not even giving you a choice. It's get going. You have to change your what you're doing into something more suited, I guess. This is your your person. So they almost like, well, you gotta kind of join them. I don't know. Makes me laugh because sometimes, we don't have that much control over what our person does or what they've decided. But there's nothing wrong. They're not putting you out. They're not thinking bad about you. Contrary, they're embracing you and wanting more of you. I feel like this is a message right here. A judgment. The world. It's time for you to think about what's going on around you. More so than usual. Yeah, because things are going to be good or things are good. So it's up to you to rearrange your thinking. They're really putting it on you right now that you need to rearrange and figure it out how to handle it better. And because there's some wonderful moments or this wonderful change is coming, and it's going to bring you in a whole different new journey, and it's going to open up a lot more experiences, and you're going to understand and enjoy it quite a bit. So if you're in the mood to follow your person and to follow their dreams, and let them in more, like let them embrace you more, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy your life even better. So I don't know what you're having a hard time with, but they're not at all having a hard time. They're actually enjoying themselves. Okay. So, group 5, let's see what's going on with you. Let's place these. Wow. Well, it says, let's see what's going on with your person. Their shadow side, well, they either came into a lot of money, or they're coming into a lot of money, or they're dealing with a lot of stuff. I mean, they seem to be, either they come into something. I feel like they came into money, or something was given to them in some way, or they inherited something. A lot of going on here. That, or they're taking some in charge of some event, and that event is dealing with a lot of issues. But what's going on with them? Well, they're feeling quite happy to let things go. Yeah. Are they spending? Are they spending too much money? I don't know, because yeah, they're quite happy and quite content, and they're letting a lot of things go. Like, I mean, they're not holding on to much. They're quite happy. They have a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things. Yeah, they got to make a decision soon. So what's going on with your person is that they decided to. It's pretty much like every group today has been going through some type of change, and them too. They decided to let themselves go. I'm picking up that they weren't fun. They were too serious, or too stuck in the mud, or they were like always stressed out, or but very serious or rigid, maybe or too organized, or too they planned everything, or they're very scheduled. I don't know, but they decided to let things go, and they're very happy since they did that. So they still have to decide what to do, or how they're going to do it. But inside, they're like done. They're done. So whatever they've been doing, they're done. Well, how does that affect you? Well, they don't feel like you're being much of a friend, I guess. I don't know. Like, you're not sharing. I don't feel like you're sharing yourself to them, so they don't feel like you're really opening up to them, or you're being like really their friend right now. I mean, you are their friend, or of course they're your person, so you're more than their friend, but they feel like you're not opening up to them, and they want you to do that. So they want you to open up. So it's going to affect you in the way that you have to put yourself out there, and figure out what's going on, and what you need to do, because right now they're feeling like you're being pushed away, or you're pushing away, or they're not being appreciative of how you're reacting to their new way. Yeah, they're definitely they decided to let things go, and they're going to think positive now, and they expect they expect you to open up to them. They want, they expect you to open up. They don't want this whatever's happening, they don't want it that way at all. I get like there's something that's not quite right, or quite understood, and they trying to tell you something. They're trying to talk to you and straighten you out, or let you know what's going on, or how it is, and they feel like you're not being a friend right now. You're not listening. You're not being supportive, and they have a decision to make. They decide to do something that's was quite scary for them, or quite new to them, and they want you to support them. They want you to be with them, alongside of them, and they feel like you're not. And that's the problem. They have this peace and calmness inside, and that's how they want it. They want stress-free life with some happiness. They're tired. Maybe this is overworked, or they came into money and now they want to use it. They want to spend their money. They have lots of money. They want to actually go out and spend it. And there's something to do. I feel money's all over the place. So they must be decided that they're going on a trip. They're buying something that they want, but they're very happy. Very happy. I want to know about the money, and I want to know about the decision. So let's go with the decision first. Do we have a little extra on that decision? Is it made, or what you made, or what's going on with that decision? Sorry, there's too many cards. Oh, I thought I fell. So, well, they're feeling like things aren't as one, or not good. They're feeling like things are not good, and they need to make a decision to change that. They want things to be, they don't want this to be this way at all. So whatever you guys are dealing with, they want that to change. They want to be happy and content and spend money and go places. And they're trying to tell you, and they want you to be open, and they want you to understand. Yeah, they're ready to go, to move, to do. Yeah, stress-free. That's what I'm getting. So, yeah. I'm going to send a message for you and see what's going on with you. Time for you to go too. Time for you to go too. Okay. Lovers. Yeah, lovers. And be supportive. Be supportive of your love, because it's time to go. So, I would think that you would be going your separate ways, but you have the Lover card, and they're saying for you to be supportive. So it's not that you're going together. It's time to go together in the same place, be with each other, and because you guys are meant to be. So whatever's going on here, you have to fix it. Be more open-minded and listen to what they're saying. Seems to be very important to them, and that's why you feel like there's something going on that's wrong or bad. It's because they need to express themselves, and they need you to hear. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully that helped. And not saying that you're doing anything wrong. We're asking what's about them, right? And how it affects you, right?